You land on the bare ground, blind, deaf, and helpless, but already up to something, judging by that suspicious look from your mom. Well, maybe she isn't looking at you. There are 4 of you tiny fluff balls here, and it's high time you had some milk, because this food is definitely not for you. It was brought by this unfamiliar fox, your dad, just returning from the hunt. His job is to provide food for mom, while she provides food for you. Besides being good family folks, your parents are also talented builders. They built this cozy underground burrow to shield you from any winds. And these, apparently, are their friends or just neighbors dropping by to say hello. Oh, looks like you've grown. You turned a whole 2 months old the other day. And now it's high time to step outside into the sunshine for the very first time. You start playing, racing around, and chasing each other in circles. But the most important thing to learn is how to dive instantly back into the den. Suddenly, an eagle dives straight at your brother and almost grabs him. If not for Dad, who smacks this impudent bird right in the beak in the nick of time. For now, the parents take turns. One hunts, the other babysits. But that won't last long. Soon you'll need meat, and both will have to work. Only by evening will you all gather together. And until then, wandering far away is strictly forbidden. But that, of course, doesn't stop you from seeking adventure at all. One day, you spot a bird in the distance, and your inner predator awakens. You need to sneak up on it very slowly. And right then, it has 0 chances. What if you try to pounce on someone bigger? Like a marmot? You spot a marmot, that same family friend, and think of playing a prank. You carefully crawl up behind him, already getting ready to make a winning leap. And you see this completely unfriendly creature stand up on its hind legs. And it wants to fight you because it clearly is having a terrible day. You think it's just a game and step closer until it starts screaming its head off. Now this is no longer funny. It's totally rabid. Better not mess with it. Over time, you'll realize very few creatures around here are friendly. Take this beast. Man, what a grumpy face. Could at least look a bit simpler. But his face is the last thing you should be worrying about right now. The marmot scream has attracted a much deadlier predator, the Tibetan wolf. Sure, you'll manage to hide from it inside the safety of your den. But the problem is, it has no intention of leaving, and is ready to wait. You're trapped without food, and there's no telling how long you'll have to sit inside. One thing is clear for now. The wolf clearly has better patience than you do. But you're in luck. Dad is already nearby, returning with prey in his mouth. Now he'll sort them out, kick the wolf's butt properly, right? Of course not. Look at this wolf weighing 30 kilograms, and your dad weighing a mere 5 kilograms. The odds are totally mismatched, so nobody's going to fight for you. But he doesn't abandon you. He steps up close and starts screaming at the top of his lungs. The distraction tactic works. The wolf gets up and charges right at him. And the rest is about speed and agility, which foxes have plenty of. You're alive and together again, but after this, you urgently need to move out. That's it. Time to relocate. For some reason, the marmot decided to gift you his den. What a nice guy. But wait, where did your parents get those scars? As you grow older, you're brought half-alive prey more and more often. On it, you practice your hunting skills and reaction time. And after a while, you're ready to head out on real hunts with your parents. Birds and insects are all fine and good if you can actually catch them. But your main prey and food are pikas, rabbit cousins living in burrows. They make up 95% of your diet, and you need to know how to hunt them. Sneaking up quietly and grabbing them at the right time, you won't get it right on the first try. For that, you'll need hundreds of attempts and plenty of bruised noses. Oh, that grumpy face again. Why is he always so mad and picking a fight for no reason? Well, now your parents will teach him a lesson. Mom lunges at him with jaws wide open and gets smacked right in the face. What a jerk. Dad attacks next and takes a heavy crosspaw hit too. They circle around this wildcat, looking for the right moment to bite. You jump into the fight too, rushing forward with all your claws out. But the main strength of canids is endurance. Let's wear her down. At some point, the cat flees. Because cats are cowards, what else can you expect? Besides, you'll find out later that your parents were just going easy on it. 8 months pass. Now you are entirely responsible for your own survival. Come on, get out of your parents' house and into adult life. So the task? Find a home and dinner. And aren't you in luck? You're all grown up now and know that marmots aren't friends. They're prey. Now you can deal with him like a proper adult. Well, almost. Damn, how did you manage to get yourself into this? First time out and right against a wrestler. Never mind. In this world, nothing ever comes easily. You're a pro against Pikas. You've got the ideal head shape for that. You live in the Himalayas above 3,500 meters, where there are no trees or vegetation. Such an angular skull shape helps you blend in with the rocks and dirt. You're hard to spot, which lets you sneak right up to your prey. And your snout is long precisely so you can skillfully dive into burrows. What's with that weird look? That's just from the wind, keeping dust out of your eyes. Anyway, super convenient. You grab your next catch, and an aerial attack suddenly strikes from above. An eagle. You successfully dodge, but the meal is no longer yours. Birds. How annoying they are, all these feathered rats. One day, piquets become scarcer, and it has nothing to do with your appetite. They've developed a clever alarm system warning each other of danger. But you don't eat them just for fun. You are keeping their numbers in check. If they aren't kept in check, they'll devour all the vegetation in the mountains. At the age of 10 months, you meet her, a gorgeous female. Fast forward, you already have a family and your first little kids. Tibetan foxes are monogamous. You'll live together for the rest of your days. Cold weather sets in, the ground freezes solid, and hunting becomes hellishly difficult. Your paws can't dig through the frozen dirt, and you come back empty-handed. But you can't give up. You have pups depending on you who believe in you. That means you need to improvise and use your head. You head out to hunt and tail right behind. A bear. He starts digging the earth, and the pikas panic and scatter. Right there, you successfully intercept them in massive quantities. A great deal. You get the food, and the bear gets invaluable life experience. Raw strength digs the earth, but it's the mind that always secures the prize. 8 years pass. You've changed, and wisdom shines in your gaze. Yet hunting becomes harder and harder due to new neighbors. Livestock. Humans are clearing the land, destroying the entire ecosystem just for grass. You feel the profound injustice of this world. No, that is just poison that accidentally entered your body, along with your prey. Vote for the next episode on Telegram. Subscribe now.